Are you wondering if the Margaritaville at Sea Islander is for you? Well, I have your answer right here and right now. That's right. No need to wait for some undisclosed time in a video made by someone who's maximizing their watch time and playing you in the YouTube algorithm like a fiddle. The answer is here, and the answer is a resounding yes. This cruise is for the beginner cruiser who's trying to navigate this new world of cruising, as well as the seasoned veteran cruiser who's looking for something new and exciting, a refresh on the status quo of cruising, if you will. If you're looking for something super chill, a relaxing vibe, or if you're ready to party, the drinks, the music, the shows, the entertainment on board is a perfect mix of vacation meets celebration. There is something on board for everyone of any age, I guarantee it. And I hope that this video proves that. Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to your cruising channel, Here Today, Where Tomorrow. In this video, we are going to spend 4 days aboard the Margaritaville at Sea Islander, stopping at the port of Progreso, Mexico. Now, this will be a binge-worthy episode of all the amazing things that I get up to on board. But if you would like to see each of the full days individually, including where to drop off the luggage and park for a discounted price, a ship tour, the breezy balcony room tour we had, and our food reviews of all the complimentary and specialty dining on board, there is going to be a link of the full playlist in the description and a card up above. Now, let's get into it, and we will start with our arrival at the Port of Tampa. Fins up.
To get on to the terminals here. The first terminal we are going to approach on our left is Terminal 6. That is where we are leaving out of for this sailing aboard the Margaritaville at Sea Islander, which if you haven't seen that series, I did a whole series, so I will leave a link down below for you to check that out. As we pass this light right here, this is actually where you would turn to go in to drop off your luggage, or if you were dropping off passengers. Now, there are a couple of side streets that are for dropping passengers and luggage off at Terminal 2, 3, and 6. I'll show you a map here for a rough idea. Now, on this trip, we were leaving out of Terminal 6, so that's what we're going to focus on. But this also applies to Terminal 3, Terminal 2. So you'll drive down the side street, which in our case is McKay. There will be plenty of law enforcement officers to help direct you. Once you circle around, you'll pull up to the luggage drop-off area. If you're anything like me, with all the camera equipment, these bags are heavy, but it is not necessary. But I do tip about $2 or $3 per bag that they take. That's up to you. Some people do more, some people do less. That's up to you. Now, this is strictly for checked baggage. Everything else you keep. Make sure you have all your travel documents like a passport, ID, birth certificate, any medications you may need. Keep those with you and not in the checked bags that they take, because the next time you see those bags, they're 4 days as opposed to the $17 a day it would have been in the port parking. So, well, that's pretty much all I got for you today. I hope this helped you on your next trip. We do a ton of cruise vlogs, reviews, ship tours, and more, so I would invite you to subscribe. My name's Rob from Here Today, Where Tomorrow, and we will see you there. If you like this video and want to see more...
Well, hello, good morning, and welcome back to Here Today, Where Tomorrow. Today is Cruise Day! That's right, we are boarding the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. We have our best bud, Facebook Jason here. Leave a link down in the description below for his channel. We're gonna be doing a dueling vlogs, if you will. It's gonna be super, super awesome. A new cruise line for both of us, new ship for both of us. We're going to Progreso for the first time, so just a lot of new. You ready to go?
I am ready to go, let's go.
Let's do it.
The Islander is currently sailing out of Tampa at Terminal 6. It took us about 20 minutes to get through security and about another 35-40 minutes to get through check-in. It was a little slow, but it did go without a hitch. Now, once we were cleared, we boarded the gangway and walked onto a new ship and a new cruise line for this channel, Margaritaville at Sea Islander. I really did love the theming, not only in the main atrium, but all across the ship. And of course, the first thing we did was get our cards punched so that we could put them on lanyards.
Okay, so let it be known, I have started the no elevator challenge. No elevator the entire time I'm on the ship. So we started on 2, went up to 3, and found out that dining's on 9. So now I'm taking the stairs with 50 pounds of camera gear up to 9.
And as is tradition for any sail away, burgers were had. I was honestly super impressed with the burgers as they were substantial with great flavor and that perfect crisp that only a proper smash burger gives. We took those burgers into the Port of Indecision buffet and grabbed a seat.
Well, we have finally made it on board. We went up to the buffet and stopped at Cheeseburger in Paradise. Looks like a pretty good burger. Fries are pretty good. Let's give it a shot. I asked for 2 patties, so this is quite the burger. Go for a bite here. Did everything on it and then added some ketchup myself. It's a good smash burger. Just enough crisp, just enough cheese. Condiments are good. That's a pretty good burger. I'm impressed.
I'm going to take this moment to invite you to scan this QR code and follow our socials. This is just a quick room tour here, but if you'd like to see an in-depth room tour, I'll leave a link down below, and there's a card at the top of the screen. You can go see where I dive into the nitty-gritty, open all the drawers, and point to the one single outlet in the entire room.
Okay, we got all set up into the room. Went ahead and did our tours and everything, met our steward. We got a phone call from concierge who has something for us, specifically. So we are going down to concierge, which is on deck 3. So again, the no elevator challenge. Jason is joining me on the no elevator challenge as long as we're going down the stairs, he says. So we went to concierge and met with Deanna. As Jason booked through a travel advisor rate, they ended up kind of giving us a little bit of an extra. So we actually are going to be doing a bridge tour tomorrow, which is going to be really, really cool. And then she showed us here to our muster station. So we were about to go do our in-person muster station. There are a lot of people here. This is a full ship, in-person, on deck 3, much like the cruise ships of yesteryear. So this is very nostalgic. This is how we used to do the muster station back in the day, especially before the shutdown. So hopefully it's not too long, because usually you just stand out there baking in the sun for way too long. But in-person muster. Maybe it's coming back. Who knows? Good. We're on the wrong side of the ship. If we're on the other side of the ship, we'd be in the shade. Don't like this.
To prevent the spreading of seasonal illnesses, please maintain the practice of frequent hand washing and the use of hand sanitizer, which is located all around the ship.
Yeah, in-person muster?
Not so good.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
10 out of 10, do not recommend.
Yeah, 0 out of 10. Literally minus 10 out of 10. That was terrible. Well, we were just sitting in the room, and I'm talking to Jason. I'm trying to unpack some things, and I look up, and I'm looking at Jason, and he's looking at me, and I realize we are sailing away. And we don't have any cameras set. We're not ready for this at all. Sail away party starts at 5. It is only 4:15, and we are sailing out of the port of Tampa. So we quickly came out here and got our cameras set up for time lapses and things. If you've never sailed out of Tampa, Jacksonville, I think New York, there is a bridge that you have to go under, and you come very close to the bridge. And so it's kind of this thing to watch the sailing. So here you can see the Carnival ships kind of leading us out. What's funny though is we're actually backing out right now. So I think we're gonna pull into the bay here and then spin around and then pull back out. So gonna do a little ballet move here. Check it out, Florida Aquarium and the SS American Victory. You can go pay and do some tours on the American Victory. There's quite a few people standing on the edge there. And as you can see, right on the tip there. Let's get ready for sail away. Next thing you'll see, sail away party at 5 o'clock. Get it? Because it's 5 o'clock somewhere? Yeah. Okay, so that was the sail away party. Pretty cool. Joined the conga line, and that was pretty awesome. Now we are heading to, that was midship, deck 9. Now we're heading to the aft. I went up to deck 10 just to kind of get some shots looking down. So now we're going to deck 9, aft pool, for our meet and greet for the Facebook group. This is the plug. If you've never been part of a Facebook group for a cruise, you should be part of a Facebook group. It is a great way to meet people before the cruise, and that way when you get on the cruise you have a million friends already. So I've already been stopped 2 or 3 times. Oh, it's nice to see you. You're from the Facebook page. So pretty cool to get to know people before your cruise. So join a Facebook group. It's a super fun way and an easy way to make friends before you get on the cruise. Okay, so we have made it up here to the Land Shark landing pad up here. This is kind of above the pool deck, right midship, and it is a great landing space to see the bridge going under the Skyway. If you've never done it, it's totally worth coming out on that and seeing going under the Sunshine Skyway Bridge.
Yo no me atrevo a bailar arriba de esa tarima. Yo no me atrevo a bailar arriba de esa tarima. Con esas bailadoras que vuelan con cada rima. Con esas bailadoras que vuelan con cada rima.
So while we were up at the Land Shark landing area waiting to go under the bridge, which was super awesome, that footage is awesome, one of the staff members came up and he was like, "You're Robert?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you. I left some goodies in your cabin stateroom." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So we just got back to the room and checked this out. So a bottle of champagne and a fruit tray. Pretty awesome. I think this is because Jason's booked under a travel advisor rate, but my name is the first on the reservation, so they think I'm the travel advisor, so everyone's sending things to me. But really, it's for Jason. I ain't mad about it. Jason, don't touch my fruit.
Aww.
And with that, it was time for dinner, so we headed down to Finn's, the complimentary main dining room.
Perfect. Thank you.
Any questions?
No, I think we're ready to order. I will go ahead and start with the Cuban croquettes.
Yes, sir.
And if I can also do the watermelon feta salad.
Yes, sir.
That sounds really good. And then if I could do the garlic shrimp.
Yes, sir.
And then I will do the chocolate cappuccino icebox pie and the pina colada lush. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. That was a delicious dinner. Very good. The only complaint I would have, and we had heard this from some other people, a lot of seafood, lighter meats. There was no red meat option on the menu tonight unless you paid for the extra upcharge of a steak, surf and turf, etc. So in the main dining room, there was no, like other cruise lines have, steak, chicken as just a standard for every night. There was no red meat option here. So it was a very simple menu, but we found things to eat and they were all very good. My shrimp option was probably on the lesser side of desirable, but was still good for what it was. I was questioning why the tails were still on the shrimp. I don't know why they didn't take the tails off the shrimp before they doused them in sauce, and now I have to fight with my fork and knife to try and get the tails off. So I wasn't really a big fan of that, but aside from that, the food was delicious, and we have had no less than one server every 2 minutes walk up and ask us if we're okay. So very good. I think we might find a beverage and a spot to sit and listen to some live music. It is kind of late. It's about 9 o'clock, and we are exhausted, but I think we are just going to decompress and just maybe go find some music to listen to. But all in all, a great dinner here at Finn's.
And the cats in the cradle in a silver spoon, and little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, said I don't know when, and we'll get together then. You know I have a good time then.
Okay, well, we have kind of come to the flip-flop bar, which is the main atrium area. As you hear, we have some amazing steel drums going on. So I think we're going to end it here for the night. I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with everything that we do here on the Islander. We got ship reviews, room tours, food reviews. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming, and of course these daily vlogs. So if any of that interests you or any cruising, we got cruise booked for the rest of the year too. So lots and lots of stuff going on right now. But that's going to do it for me here on the Islander. I cannot wait to explore the Islander with you all over the next few days. So my name's Rob from Here Today, Where Tomorrow, and we will see you there. Well, hello, good morning, and welcome back to the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. Sunrise. The only thing better than a sunrise at sea is a sunset at sea. Today's agenda, we are full up in the morning. We have brunch from our dining package this morning. Then after that, we are going to do the bridge tour that we were invited to by the concierge team. And then we have our slot pull for our Facebook group. So that's like boom, 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 up till lunch. So we have a lot of stuff to do today, and we are going to jump right into it with going to brunch. So let's go check it out.
On our way down to brunch, we actually went up to check out the Margaritaville coffee shop, which is an added charge, and as well as we wanted to check out the buffet menu. Now, it was a lot of the normal buffet fare like cereal, yogurt, milk, breads, pastries, muffins, bagels, cream cheese, and waffles. They had a whole plethora of fruits, cold cuts, and some hot items like hard-boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, French toast, breakfast potatoes, bacon, and sausage. They did also have an omelet station, which is located where the pizza is usually at for lunch and dinner. Overall, the buffet, although simple and repetitive, did look good, but we're really looking forward to this specialty brunch.
All right, we have made it to the Islander for brunch, the sparkling brunch, which is part of our ultimate chill dining package. We are sitting at the same table we were sitting at last night, which is a beautiful window seat, which is awesome. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Perfect, thank you. You can do this a la carte. and it is $15. And I believe that includes a mimosa. And the menu is quite extensive. I am interested to say it's almost bigger than the dining menu for its entrees. So very, very interesting. I do have a question to ask. At the bottom of the page it says additional entrees are available upon request for a supplemental charge of $7 per guest. I would like to get the Eggs Benedict, but then I would also like to get a protein of sort, steak, chicken, something along those lines. And that's technically under a lunch menu. So the brunch and lunch, I think these are both technically entrees. So I'm interested to see if I could do more than just Eggs Benedict. Okay, I think I am going to do the antipasto. And then I'm going to do the Eggs Benedict. And then if I could do bacon, sausage, and mac and cheese as the sides.
And sausage.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Robert.
Thank you. Okay, so the question has been answered. You can either order off of the brunch or the lunch. Both are considered an entree. So you can technically order as much as you want. You would just be charged $7 per additional entree. And I want to remind you to bring your first aid kit full of coffee creamer. So, if, like me, you are a coffee creamer fan, bring your own. They don't care. And they don't have flavored coffee here. They have cream. They have milk. They might have half and half. But for me, I want some hazelnut. So if I'm on vacation, I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy the coffee I'm drinking. Now, they do have a coffee shop on board where you can get fancy coffees for a fee. So bringing my own creamer here will save me some money for the specialty coffee. So let's give the coffee here a try. But that is a good cup of joe. Awesome. So far, so good. So the antipasto was very, very good. Everything seemed very fresh and hearty. Let's go ahead and cut this open and let's see how well this spills out. Oh yeah, look at that. That's great. This is by far the best Eggs Benedict I've had at sea. By far. Like, care and consideration went into this. All right, so we went back to the room, chilled for a little bit, and now we are heading down to Concierge to do the bridge tour, which will be super cool. Unfortunately, we cannot film on the bridge tour. So we'll see if we can get anything. I think we might get a photo. I don't know. We'll see.
Hope you've all woken up to a wonderful morning.
All right, we are heading to the bridge. Again, can't film, but I think they're going to take some pictures for us. So I'm going to put those up there so you can see them. But we are being escorted by Concierge Diana, and we are going to go to the bridge. Okay, so we couldn't film. We got some photos, which was awesome. Very informative. It answered a couple of the questions that I had. The type of propulsion that cruise ships use is different than what you would think, the normal kind of drive shaft and a propeller and then a rudder. So touring the bridge was really cool. We got a lot of information. And like I said, they really answered some of those kind of like autopilot questions that I had. So very, very, very awesome, very informative. We just had 2 other couples with us, so it was very intimate and nice setting. So super cool. We are going to head back to the room for a little bit. We have a slot poll in about a half hour through the Facebook group, which I'll say it again. If you've never joined a Facebook group, you should join a Facebook group. It is totally, totally worth it. But well, that was quite the event, quite the slot poll. We started with $700. Everybody put in 20. We did 4 spins apiece. And once we rounded that out, we did max bet. One person just come up, slap it. And we ended with $10 in our pocket walking away. So not bad. You have to be careful when you're hosting a slot poll, because this is something that Jason put together. If you get too many people, it becomes no longer fun, because everyone's just standing there waiting for their turn. And the casinos aren't built to hold a bunch of people in one place. So everyone ends up like all clumped together, and then it's like, oh, it's your turn, and I need to walk through like 6 people and an aisle of slots machines to get to the slot to. It's just, it's a little too much, but it was fun. It was a good time. So I think we are going to use one of our dining credits and head to Farside Sushi and go get some sushi. Okay, so I got the edamame, which of course is very good. And then I got the Farside California roll and the Yucatan Express. And then I also got a drink because I am thirsty. The rolls are huge, so if you're not starving to death, share a roll with someone. I got 2 rolls, and that was a half too many. So very, very good. Good quality sushi. It seemed like the fish was good quality, so no complaints here. I would definitely do that again. The only complaint I do have is the table setup. There's a bar, there's a bunch of little seating, and then they're doing Pictionary over here. So it's not a very relaxing eating experience at the moment. And the casino's right next door, so every so often someone hits a jackpot and you hear so a little sensory overload here and there, but as far as the food goes in the restaurant, good. Maybe come a different time, but good. I hope that some of the stuff I've been showing you is informative and entertaining, and if any of that did ring a bell, I would love for you to go down and click the subscribe button, like, comment. Engagement is key on YouTube. If you engage with it, then YouTube says, hey, people are liking this, they want to see more of this content, and it will push it out farther into the cruise ethos. So help me help other people that are searching for this information. Alright, came back to the room for a little bit, got some work done, ended up talking with Katie for a little bit, and texting back and forth, seeing how the girls are doing, miss you, but I think I am going to go find some ice cream. It's been a minute since I've had some cruise ice cream, so let's go see if we can find some soft serve. Okay, so I said I was going to go get ice cream, but I walked up the stairs and I saw the pizza place. So I'm going to try Frank and Lola's pizza. This is complimentary. Much like every other cruise ship that I go on, there's always not enough people making the pizza, so there's a long line. Pretty basic, but it's good. I would definitely say MSC still reigning champion. There's no flavor in the crust. The flavor's in the sauce and the cheese, but there's no flavor in the crust. And so I have to kind of dock it points for that. Like, this is just super bland. Like a Pizza Hut breadstick from 1995 that doesn't have their little sprinkled seasoning on it. Just like sometimes you'd get one in the box that wasn't sprinkled with the sauce on it. That's what this tastes like. It's just dough. Now, if someone said that the pizza at night is a thicker crust, because this is a real thin crust, I have not seen that for myself, so I don't know, but I would be interested in seeing that. All right, so we are out by the pool. I finally got the ice cream. Got a chocolate and vanilla swirl. It's very good. So something that Royal Caribbean does is they have these cabanas that you can rent around the pool area, but that's on a lot of these really big ships. Well, Margaritaville has that actually. So they have seating for around the pool, lounging out, but then they also have these private cabanas you can rent. Yeah, so I don't know how much they cost. I think I'm gonna look into seeing what they actually cost. I don't know if that's like a daily purchase or a hourly purchase, but I think it's really interesting. It does take away some of the like seating from around the bar, from around the pool, but there's not that many people on the ship, so I kind of feel like it's not, like, I mean, it's a sea day, and everyone's in the hot tub, but no one's here playing out. So as you know, most cruise lines have a little putt-putt, usually on one of the top decks. But here on Margaritaville at Sea Islander, they actually have what they call this and that. It is a putt-putt, but then they also have a cornhole course as well. It's interesting. Let's check it out. Looks like we found a duck. We found a little ducky. You want it? Yeah. Yeah, you take the whole flip-flop.
Now we gotta put it online again.
There you go. Have fun. You're very welcome. Is this where all the cool kids hang out? Yeah. All right, I'll keep walking then. Sorry. Uh-oh. Pretty neat. Well, Key West. It is really windy right here, so hopefully my wind muff is secure, but if you don't know how a ship gets internet on board, it is these things right here, that and that. Those are Starlink satellite dishes. Those are the real big ones. We had these when we were full-time RVers back in the day. We had a satellite from Starlink, and that's how we got internet on the road. Very high speeds. Okay, well, as you see, changed. Did my hair, got a shower in. It's nice and clean for the evening. Just kind of walking around, finding out what I could find out. And ran into Jason. We've decided to do the Islander, which is the Finn's main dining room, upscale. So we're gonna head down there and see if we can get a seat. Perfect, thank you very much. So we've made it to the Islander, which is the Finn's main dining room upstairs, which adds this, which is basically a couple of items, thank you very much, that are not on the regular menu. So this is an upcharge, but however, we do have the dining package, so we will be using our dining credit for this, so we do not have to pay that upcharge. But I will go ahead and throw the menu up on the screen here for you.
So what do you like for your dinner tonight?
Yeah, do you know what you want?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I will go ahead. I am going to start with the baked stuffed clams and the steak tartare.
Yes.
And I think I'm also going to try the pork belly.
Yes.
And then if I could do the snapper.
Yes.
And then I would like to try the Havana Daydreamin' and the Pineapple in Paradise.
Oh, nice choice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you hungry today?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we didn't ask for this, but they brought us a banana split, and I think they thought we were gonna split it.
So we are.
So we're gonna split it. So we're gonna get a little dabble, do you? Gotta get some ice cream. Think it.
Very good banana split.
Yeah. When we made it back to the room, dinner was delicious. Ran into a couple of friends from our Facebook group and just chatted with them for a bit. We came back to the room to grab the big camera because we are going to go to the show tonight. Jason, we have priority seating. So Jason is going to go take that and go sit down the first 4 rows. I'm going to go up into the balcony to get some great shots for you. All right, so we made it to the theater. They're doing like a pre-show of Jimmy Buffett, of course. And we got a guitarist, and he's playing the harmonica and guitar at the same time. Pretty neat. But yeah, so we're here. We got our seat on the balcony, so I'm going to bring you guys some really good shots of the show. I've heard this is the show to see, so let's check it out. So let's talk about the show. What an interesting mix of songs, and I loved the stage production, the stage kind of raising and lowering and then spinning. That was really cool. They had the acrobatics. That was really nice. I felt like that was a bit of an upgrade to some of the cruise shows you see that are just a sing-song performance, having some sort of other performance like the acrobatics was a nice addition, so that was really cool. Like I said, the music choices were really good. It seemed like it was a live band, so bravo to them for spending the money. There was a trumpeter, and then there was a fiddler / violinist. Sorry if I say one or the other. I'm not quite up on my stringed instruments. That was playing during the train scene, and she was going for it, and that was really cool. So anyways, sat with my new friends. Super cool. Hi guys, if you're watching. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me here on the Islander for the day. Tomorrow, Merida. We got our bright and early arrival time. We need to be down in the meeting location at 7:50 in the morning, so we might be missing breakfast, but that's okay. My name's Rob with Here Today, Where Tomorrow, and we will see you there. Good morning and welcome back to the Islander for a very early morning. We got up bright and early, came up here to the Port of Indecision buffet for the continental breakfast, which opens at 6:30 as opposed to the regular breakfast, which opens up at 7:30. And we got a quick bite to eat because we have our excursion today, and we need to be down at the meeting point in about 20 minutes. So came up here, grabbed some food real quick. We are here-ish. This is the really long pier that you have to take a shuttle down. So I think we're kind of maneuvering backwards into position here. Like I said, we're doing the Merida shopping one. And so we're basically going to jump on a bus, go into Merida, and they're going to kind of take us around on a little bit of a sightsee. I think they're going to take us into a cathedral, and then we'll have some time to just kind of mosey around on our own. So really looking forward to seeing what Progreso and Merida has to offer. So come with us.
We headed over to the far side of the world lounge where our meeting spot was and waited to be led off the cruise ship. As we went down to the gangway, we kept all the different groups together to make an easy disembarkation. Once off the ship, we all headed towards the entrance of the port shopping area with some great shots of the ship. Once all the groups had been accounted for, we headed through the shopping area to our tour buses that were waiting for us. Now, if you don't have a tour, they do have complimentary shuttles down the long pier. Jason and I decided to be the back row boys on the bus, and as it wasn't a full bus, we were able to spread out, which was real nice. Now, our tour guide Jerry was an absolute amazing guide with tons of knowledge and pride in his home country, and was eager to share as much information as we could handle. As we got closer to the city center, Jerry was telling us all about the Yucatania rope, which is how the Yucatan Peninsula was put on the map. After that, we approached our first stop, which I'll let Jerry tell you all about.
Okay, so here we are guys. Monumento a la Patria, Monumento a la Bandera. Two sides, this side, back side, old history of Mexico. The front side, right now, modern history of Mexico. There's a bunch of characters, a bunch of people from all the moments of Mexico when they started to be a country, from 1821 until they finished this in 1956. On this side, guys, the encounter of the two cultures, Mesoamericans and Europeans, okay? All handmade, beautiful, beautiful. And have you ever seen the pictures of these red mountains in Peru? That they have like different shades of red? They use that stone from Peru, okay?
We got back on the bus and headed towards the Central Plaza, where we were free to walk around on our own and explore, and that we did.
Okay, so wow, what a whirlwind of a day it has been. We have seen so many things. I've taken so much B-roll footage, and now we have sat down here at Casa Maya for some delicious food. I am starving. Everything is in pesos, so I'm gonna have to sit here and try and do some conversions, but like, watch, that's page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. There are 8 double-sided pages on this menu, so I'm gonna have to try and figure out what is what. And yeah, but we are having a great time here. It's warm. It is snowing at home in Tennessee. My wife just sent me a picture, and it looks wonderful. It is 8 degrees home, and it is 82, feels like 90 here. So I'm sweaty and hot, but like I said, we're having a great time. We're gonna grab some food. I'll show you some pictures of the food, some little videos of the food, and see what else we get into here in Merida. Awesome place so far. So we've went ahead and ordered our food. I got the pollo fundito and then the pork dish that they are well known for. Jason got octopus tacos. Interested in checking that out. Listen, I didn't even dare him. Julia, I did not dare him to eat that. I, like, 100%. This was the recommendation of the tour guide. Which most of the time you think, I don't know that I want to do that. Maybe I want to find something more authentic, something more local. So we walked around and we asked a few people, what's the best place to go get local tacos? They said this place. So we go to another store, hey, what's the best place to go get local food? They said this place. So we came here after not coming here on purpose, and that was the best food I have had in a long time. That pork was absolutely delicious. Like, the first bite that I like, the corn tortillas are like fresh. They're like that gritty texture, the perfect flavor. The pork is just sopping in its juices, still wrapped up in leaves. The onions are just everything about that dish was super good. The second bite I had of this, I literally thought to myself, how can I get my wife back here to have these again? Because my wife would lose her mind at these. Like that was my first thought. My wife needs to try these. She would love these. That was absolutely delicious. Yeah, so we are wrapping up here. Thank you very much, it was delicious. The bus should be picking us up here in the next 20 minutes. So we got a little bit of time to kill between two, but I am full and satisfied. That was absolutely delicious. If you're in Progreso and then you come into Merida, Casamaya is the place to eat. Delicious. Okay, well, we just got back to the port. We're kind of walking through the little shopping center now. Might pop in and see if there's anything to look at, but that was awesome. Super, super awesome. So let's just pop in here and see if there's anything fun to buy for the girls. We'll let the record show that I am standing here in the port, waiting for Jason, not leaving him. I'm standing right here, patiently waiting for the little boy to do his shopping. Well, the time is now 3:50. We've been in the room for a little bit, got some work done, started charging up some batteries and things, getting ready for the evening, and we are 20 minutes past all aboard, and there are still buses coming in and dropping people off. So I think we're going to be here a little bit longer than 4 o'clock, but we'll see if we see any pier runners. I don't really know if that'll happen here, but it's always fun to watch. Wow. Curbside service. Look at those things. Oh, they're going under the ship. Well, we have been clear of Progreso for a while now. Took a shower, got all dolled up, got my jeans on, the only pants I will ever have to wear, for the steakhouse, specifically brought for the steakhouse. So we are ready to go. Reservations in about half hour, but or 15 minutes. So I think we're gonna head down that way. Need to kind of figure out where it's at, and maybe take some pictures on the staircase leading up to it. I've heard it's a pretty spot for pictures, so maybe we'll go get my picture taken with Facebook Jason. Let's go to dinner, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the menu up here for you guys, but basically once you do the steakhouse, you get one of everything. A starter, super salad, an entree with the enhancement, tableside, dessert, each one. The only upcharge is the lobster tail and the surf and turf. So everything looks really, really good. So I'm going to have a hard time. I'm going to have a hard time choosing, but this is why people come here more often than one time. So we'll see. So Jason and I met back in 2021 cruising. He was the admin of a Facebook page for a cruise that I actually happened to be going on. And we got to know each other leading up to that cruise and became really great friends. We've cruised a lot together. Our families have cruised together. We've hung out outside of cruising with each other, and we have a really great time. Well, in 2023, I met another one of our friends who also cruises, Patrick from P&B's Wide World of Ports. Now, you've probably seen him in some of the other vlogs. In fact, last year in March, Jason, Patrick, and I did a princess cruise, which was an amazing time. And we were hoping to do another boys cruise, and unfortunately, Patrick couldn't come on this cruise, but we really didn't want him to miss out, so we brought him anyways.
Patrick, you want some bread?
All joking aside, the meal here was pretty good. I started out with the Wagyu meatballs, plural on the menu, but they only gave me one. It was still pretty good. Then I had the lobster bisque, which had very little to no lobster in it, so that was a little disappointing. The steak was very good and had a delicious sear on it, was cooked really well, and we ended with a classic key lime pie, which was tart and delicious. Overall, we had a good experience at the JWB Prime Steakhouse. I would do it again. However, I do think that there are areas of improvement. Many other cruise lines do the steakhouse just a little bit better for the exact same price. So, for example, when asked what kind of steak sauce I wanted, I would have liked to try all of them. I was told I could only have one steak sauce. And so I felt like it was a little less, but overall, it was a great dinner, and we had a nice time, and I would definitely do it again. We are here out on the deck trying to put a sunset in that lady's margarita glass. I don't think it's going to happen. I got a few pictures earlier, and the sun wasn't quite out, and I'd also done that this morning at sunrise. So I'll put some of those on the screen here. You can check that out. So yeah, let's go see what else we can get up to here on the Islander with my luscious hair. I wish the wind was always this cooperative. It's beautiful. Well, it's been a minute since we last talked, and this boy has danced his booty off tonight. Went and hung out with some of my new friends. Jason and I sat and talked with them for quite a long time, and then we decided to go listen to some live music that was in one of the lounges. The band, which was actually the band that was playing at the sail away party, or before the sail away party, and I've seen them a couple of times. They're actually really, really good. Full band.
The keyboardist also plays the trumpet, and he was rocking both tonight. We were out there dancing, having a great time. And then the club opened, and we were laughing, and we're like, we're too old to go to the club. Well, let's just see what it's like. And right now it's 80s music, and so as you can hear, my voice is a little hoarse. We've been yelling and screaming and dancing and having a good time. So today was a great day. Today was an absolute wonderful day. It was great exploring a new port. What a great experience from Progreso going into Merida. That excursion was way worth the money. 100% would do that again. The food that we ate, the shopping that was there, going into 2 cathedrals that were right there on the square, beautiful cathedrals. The largest statue of Jesus in the world that's made out of wood is there. The largest pier in the world is here in Progreso. So a couple of world's largest just on this casual day aboard the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. So what a great time we've had today. Tomorrow is a massive filming day. We have a sea day, and I plan to film a bunch with the 3D camera and do a ship tour as well. So it's going to be a busy day for me, but I am really looking forward to it. Showing off the Islander in virtual reality would be something that I think a lot of people that have headsets would be interested in. So if you're into that, I'm going to probably post that on my other channel, From My Eyes VR. I will link all of my other channels down below. I have a tech channel that talks about all the cameras and the gear that I use on these cruises and, you know, what they do and how I use them. And then I have a channel for the VR stuff that's really 360 and 3D focused for virtual reality headsets. Obviously here, this cruising channel. And then we have kind of like a local tourism channel for Tennessee and the areas beyond, kind of the in the States travel, if you will. Much like this cruise travel, just stateside, if you will. But I think that's going to be all for today for me. I have walked about 11,000 steps, just under 6 miles, and I am lit tired. So unload all the cameras, put them on the chargers, and we'll do it all again tomorrow with a smile on our face. My name's Rob with Here Today, Where Tomorrow, and we will see you there.
Well, hello, good morning, and welcome back to the Islander. I have just woken up. I still have CPAP hair. It is quite the blustery day out here. Looks like it's going to be a great day to stay inside. I don't know if it's going to rain, but it sure looks like it. I just got up. It's about 8:20. And we're hungry. So we're gonna head to breakfast. This is gonna be not the sea day brunch that we had, but just the regular Finn's dining room. And we're gonna kind of compare apples to apples to the regular breakfast versus the $15 sparkling brunch. So let's go check it out. Well, we have made it here to Finn's for breakfast. Looking over the menu versus the Bubbles brunch, they definitely have a lot more like lunch options. But the breakfast stuff is very similar, probably a little less of elevated. Like the Eggs Benedict only comes with ham, doesn't have the option for the salmon, which makes sense. But as far as like the breakfasty bit, seems really similar, so should be good. Just got our coffee, and I'll remind you to bring your emergency coffee creamer in your first aid kit so everyone looks at you funny. Take out my emergency hazelnut. Please, coffee, wake me up. Wake me up in time. I can't wake up. Can I do the Eggs Benedict? And I will do some bacon and sausage and hash browns. A bagel with cream cheese. Lots of cream cheese, yeah. And that's it. Thank you. Well, that was delicious. And I will say, the Eggs Benedict on the daily menu, although it doesn't have the option to do the salmon, it's just the ham, it is still just as good. The hollandaise sauce is ample, and when you slice that bad boy up, it just melts apart. Great. Again, yeah, the 2 days ago on the brunch, best
best Benedict I've ever had on a cruise. This one, second best. So, totally worth it. If you want to do the sparkling brunch, it has more lunch options, and I think it was worth the $15, but this breakfast just in the main dining room complimentary, just as good. Just as good. If you don't want to spend the $15 for some mimosas and stuff, don't. But definitely come here for breakfast. Very good. This is what happens when you take the stairs instead of the elevator all the time. Oh, what luck, I found a duck. Okay, we are back in the room after breakfast. I came back to get this bad boy. This is a 8K VR 3D camera that I film on my other channel, From My Eyes VR, if you'd like to check that out. I'll link down below. I'm going to go film somewhat of a ship tour with this camera and this camera. This camera will be on the VR channel, so you can experience it in a VR headset, look around and experience the ambiance of the ship in stereoscopic 3D. And then on this camera, I'm just going to do some sweeping B-roll shots of just kind of the area to get the general consensus of how the ship is laid out and kind of what to expect if you were to cruise here. So, a lot of shooting here in the next couple hours. It's 9:51. Let's see when we finish. Let's go.
This is just a preview of my casual ship tour aboard the Islander. That video is coming soon to this channel and to my VR channel, From My Eyes VR, where I feature 3D and 360 immersive videos meant for use in virtual reality headsets. Check them out.
We are in the buffet now. It is, I don't know what time I told you guys I started, but it is 12:30 right now, and I'm not done yet. But I have not tried the Mexican cutie cantina yet, so I needed to try that before the cruise is over, because we are rapidly approaching the end of this cruise, sadly. So I got some tacos, one pork, one chicken. So let's dig in. It took us a second to find a seat here in the buffet because it is hopping right now. Of course, it's lunchtime on a sea day, so it makes sense. But let's dig in and see how the Mexican cutie tastes. Just gonna leave that one there.
At this point in time, I would like my flag holders, you can now join your fellow brothers and sisters on this stage here, and we'll take over from the American flag. And as they're making their way down to join you, please give a huge round of applause now for our other heroes, the ones that run into danger just like you guys. Give it up for our police. Show yourselves. Where are our police force? Interact for our police.
Okay, so I'm back in the room for the moment. It is super windy outside, so they've actually closed off, let's see, 10, 11, and 12, I think. 10, 11, 12? Whatever, the top couple of decks they've actually closed. So I can't film with the 3D camera, that stuff, because they don't let me up there. So I'm kind of at a standstill right now. It is 2:20. We are going to do the Island Eats and the Tiki Grill. Tiki time. I don't know what it's called. So we're going to do the Tiki Hut and the Island Eats at 5. So we have a little bit of time to kill. I don't know if I just want to chill here for a little bit. I will say this. Everyone has been super nice. So I'm walking around doing a tour. I don't know what time I started. I don't remember what time I told you I started, but I still haven't finished yet. For two reasons. One, it just takes a really long time. Number two, people keep stopping and talking to me, and they are so friggin' nice. And I'm talking staff and people, but mostly staff. So I went to the spa and was talking to the spa manager because I said, hey, you know, is there a place where I can maybe film a little bit? I just want to get, you know, just the ambiance of it just for their ship tour. And she was like, yes, absolutely, we'd love to have you, blah, blah, blah. get to talking with her while I'm just taking a couple of shots. She was dating a YouTuber. She totally understands the grind and like how hard it is to edit and stuff like that. So it was really, really cool talking with her. And she was laughing and she was like, I noticed you've been talking a lot. Your lips are starting to crack. Let me give you this. This is a lip balm, and like totally got me this thing. It's so nice. And then I went and talked with Deanna in concierge, who is an angel, and she was able to get me into the speakeasy. The little secret room that nobody knows about. I got a couple of clips of that, which was really nice. I actually met with the assistant cruise director, and he kind of escorted us down there, and got to check that out, which is super, super cool. If you're a Jimmy Buffett fan, and you want to see some like only shown here memorabilia, do it. It is like $90 for 3 cocktails, gratuity, but it is like a whole experience. It is a very small room. You know, it's an intimate setting. So if you're a big parrot head, I think it's definitely worth checking out. So let's figure out what else we're gonna do for the day. At some point we got to start packing. We have priority debarkation, so we're gonna skip out of here really early, which means we need to be packed and ready to go by like 6, which is great because I will say this: I love this. I love cruising. But I miss my wife and my daughter. I really do. It is currently snowing at our house, and I'm a sucker for snow. And so I'm like sweating because I'm here in, you know, the Gulf of Macarico or whatever you want to call it. And so I cannot wait to be home in the snow and see my girls. So I am going to skip out of here early as possible tomorrow and take Jason home to Orlando. And then I'm going to drive all the way back up to Tennessee. Hopefully I'll get there before Madison goes to bed. I'm really hoping I can. But anyways, let's see what else we can get into today. I found a duck. Did I tell you that? Oh, I probably showed you. So I grabbed the duck, not realizing that the sunglasses and the hat on the duck are actually removable. So, what a cool little duck. This is definitely going on the shelf. Okay, so we are here on the back of Deck 9 behind the buffet at the outdoor pool. This is where the Tiki Hut Island Eats is, and then the Tiki Bar. This is where we're going to have dinner because we have part of our dining package is $25 a la carte to 3 of those kind of quick service restaurants. So the Tiki Hut, the Island Eats, and the sushi, which you saw the sushi the other day. So we have a bunch of money to spend here, and tonight's the last night. So we're going to go ahead and do that for dinner tonight, at least early dinner. We'll see if we go to the main dining room to test out any of their food later. But as it stands right now, we're going to check this out. I'll throw the menus up here so you can see them, and then I'll just show you what we get. Okay, we have ordered our food, and we've been given a buzzer. We basically tried to use up all $50 to both of the restaurants here. You order at the same place, and they basically just like take your order and start making it then. So nothing is prepared. This is all something that they make as ordered. We ordered kind of like a smorgasbord of things. Lobster roll. We did like conch fritters and buffalo shrimp and mussels or something. I don't know. They did like a whole give me one of everything. So we're gonna kind of community table here. Me, Jason, and our new friends are here, so we're all kind of just hanging out, chilling. It's beautiful weather right now. It is a little bit on the chilly side, which I personally love, being a fat guy. And the clouds are like hopefully not gonna ruin the sunset, but I did have to run back down and make sure that if rain comes, because it kind of looks like it might rain, that the time lapse doesn't get ruined, because that camera's not waterproof as it was. So I kind of ran down there and put that in a waterproof housing just in case. But I'll show you once we get everything together and see how it goes. I haven't really heard anyone talk about this food yet, so I don't know. Good, bad, and indifferent. Let's see. Sorry I forgot you for a second. It has been a minute since we last talked. We enjoyed our food. It was very, very, very good. We tried to maximize the amount for what we had in our package, and I think we were like within $10 plus the tips and stuff, so it worked out really, really well, and the food was really good. So we went back to the room, and sadly we started packing, because this is the last night of the cruise. But we are just about to head into the show. This is going to be a really fun show, very high energy from what I've heard, so I am super excited to check it out.
As you could see, there was quite the variety in this show, and I really did enjoy it. It was quite the mashup of every bachata, Latino, hip-hop, kind of rap, Caribbean, calypso style. Any song that falls under any of those genres that were Billboard hits were pretty much covered in this show. And it was quite a great show. I really did enjoy it. And it was a really good send-off for the last night of the cruise.
Well, just like that, the cruise is over. Well, almost. We're going to wake up in the morning. We're going to grab a coffee. We left out some creamers. And then we're going to leave the cruise. So I'm going to include some of the debarkation just in case anything pops up. I'm interested to see how fast this debarkation is because honestly, Deanna, she made it seem like we're getting off quickly. So that's what we're going to try and do. I am breaking the no elevator challenge tomorrow. For us to get off fast as possible, we need to take our suitcases. And I have 2 roller bags, one big suitcase and then a carry-on. And I'm not going to carry that down 5 flights of stairs. Because they are both overweight. Like me. So, I'm going to take the elevator tomorrow morning. So, the entire cruise, from when we left Tampa to when we get back to Tampa, no elevator. And I'm currently at 12.8 thousand steps, or 6.71 miles walked today. And the last time I looked, I was at 37 floors or something like that. So yeah, lots of stairs, lots of steps. My little leggies are tired. But anyways, that's going to be the majority for the night. I'll pick you guys right back up in the morning when we get off the ship. Dear Lissad. It's been a good cruise, but we'll talk about that soon. Okay, welcome to the Hemisphere Dancer Craft Spirits Lounge Bar area. This is deck 2. This is our meeting spot right outside of the Pearls Dining. They have coffee and danishes for us, and we're just hanging out. We just pulled up to the terminal. and we are scooting our way over right now. It is 6:25. She said that we would be docked by 6:45 and we'd be out of here by 7. So we'll see if that's true, but I mean, so far it's looking like it is. Yeah, Danish good, coffee good. This is super easy. I took the elevator. Wow, nice elevators. First time I've seen them. Yeah, I'm so down for this. I'm so down for this. This is awesome.
The ship has been cleared by local authorities and we have begun our disembarkation process.
Well, this is where Jason and I say goodbye. I have brought him back to his house in Orlando. Did you have a good cruise?
Had a great cruise.
Yes, that was such a good time. We will probably... You want to do a review together?
Let's do a review together.
We'll do a review together, so stay tuned for that. That is going to be probably here in a little bit. We'll go over all of the things we liked, the things we loved, the things we learned, and maybe the things we didn't necessarily like. But that's going to be it for here. Gosh, you know, it's always sad saying goodbye, but it's not goodbye. It's we'll see you next time.
See you next cruise.
That's right. So my name's Rob from Here Today, Where Tomorrow, and we will see you there.
If you like this video and want to see more, please head on over to the channel and subscribe. And if you want to get notified, ring that little bell. We upload new videos every week.